choose a mainstream market, but the twist is finding a newbie topic. This will help you to make so much money if you do it right. So whatever niche market that you are in or you want to get in, right? In any niche market, there's always a newbie market. Anything. Parenting, pets, martial arts, wellness, business, crypto, internet marketing. I mean, let me just put it this way. How many of you know NFTs? Raise your hand. Okay, we have a few, right? Half of the room knows NFTs, half of the room do not know NFTs. Did I just prove myself correct that there's always a newbie market for any topic you can ever imagine? Any market. The trick is to serve the newbies market. So you find the topic that the newbies are struggling with in this niche market. So for instance, let's talk about NFTs example. So for a newbie, they don't even know what is NFTs, right? So to the newbie, what is NFT is a very valuable knowledge. They will appreciate that. They will thank you for that. If someone can show them what is non-fungible token, they will like it. But of course, for those of you who just raise your hand, then of course you're not interested to know what is NFTs because maybe you yourself have already purchased NFTs. So if I create a series of video training for newbies for the mainstream market of blockchain, or in this case NFTs, or to be more precise for the Web3 market, then I could create 10 video series starting with the first video. What is NFTs? It could be just 30 minutes long. And then I can have newbie market, newbie topic about what is a crypto wallet, right? Now, for those of you who are newbies who do not know what is crypto wallet, is it fair for me to say if someone can teach you from A to Z to explain to you what is a crypto wallet and how to set up one securely, that would mean a lot to you, yes? True? Right? Because you do not know that. And you will wish someone can be in front of you and tell you how to do that. Do you see that you're actually adding tremendous value into the market space without even you needing to be a guru? You don't have to be a guru. To teach a newbie market, you don't have to be a guru. You just need to know some stuff. Okay? So you're following me now? Yes? Okay. So you found this market, like let's say what is NFTs, how to set up your crypto wallet. The next thing is what is OpenSea.io, like really basic stuff, right? But the newbies will like it. So once you have identified that, you're ready to launch this model. And because a newbie market is the largest market, you will never run out of prospects. If you serve the newbies market, you will have more customers compared to experienced market. Like for instance, I like to serve experienced markets, although if you are so-called newbie here, but you're not really newbie. You know what I mean? Because you have business, know-how, you have attended some programs and so on. I'm going to share with you the live case study, the newbie series training. So what I did is that, despite that I know all the strategies, internet marketing and so on, I say that, you know what? Many people need to get started. They need to learn the basic of it. So I created the newbie series training. So here's what I did. I come up with the 10 topics a newbie would need to know. The first one, how to choose a domain name. Second, what is an autoresponder? How to set up your landing page. How to capture leads. All those basic stuff. But to a newbie, this is lifesaver. They love it so much. We have like so many testimonials. I can show you, not now because it's too much work for me to change pages. But if you go to the webpage, there's so many testimonials, right? Everybody was loving it. So I'm going to share with you how we do it based on real life case study. How to launch the campaign. The first one is research for the 10 topics that the newbie struggles. This is what I shared with you earlier. 10 topics. If you cannot come up with 10 topics, at least 5 topics. If you can do 10 topics, that would be the sweet spot. That would be ideal. that will give you the best results. Like I said, if it's a stretch, 5 topics. And then you create a registration page for them to register. A simple page will do, nothing fancy, because this is a free offer. Means they don't have to pay to get the training. This is why I share with you in the International Player Book, phase 1, as in like the start phase, you always start with a free product. This is the easiest way to do it. You put out the registration page, you tell them basically, you have a headline, tell them what it is, and then on your webpage, you need to tell them what are the 10 topics you'll be covering, and then you just want to tell them how they can register to get the training. And then you just want to tell them the dates when the series starts. That's all. And then each of the class is a live class, but 100% free. Of course, you can do it differently, but if you follow my model here, and you follow it to the T, I'm telling you, you're going to make money. I've done it. Just think of it this way. If you're going to create your videos, after all, you need to spend time to do it anyway. So it makes more sense for you to do it live than record and give it to them. Like you see, this is being filmed right now, right? I would prefer to work one full day, like give it all and teach, and has it created, then if you ask me to go back home and record what I'm going to teach in the video, I will never do it. It will be like too much work to just sit down and check the video and then start recording. It's just too much work. But as you are doing it live and it's being filmed, you have a product that goes along with it immediately. So you tell them, register is for free, you tell them the dates. You're not going to talk to them about or share with them about the recording stuff yet. This is how you're going to make money. So you have the dates. So let's say it starts on 1st of January. I'm just making this up. And then if the class goes by weekly, for me, when I launch the Newbie series, I do it weekly simply because I'm a lazy person. I don't want to stress myself. So it lasts for about almost 3 months. But they love it. Who doesn't love free training class every week? Right? They get it for free when it's worth real money. Because again, remember in my formula of creating a free product, if you cannot get someone to pay you for it, you should not release it for free. It means you haven't created something that is of value, right? So after they have registered, they'll be given the offer to buy the recordings. So this is a very popular strategy that we use in our company. Means that you are selling something that doesn't exist yet. You're doing the recordings live, and then on the thank you page, after they're registered, you don't need to have fancy page, you don't have to do all this crazy sales letter and says you're going to be, you don't have to do that. You just tell them, hey, you're going to be attending this live training, it's going to be really good, we're going to be sharing a lot of stuff. But at the same time, the fact is that when you attend live after you finish, sometimes you may not remember everything, right? You should attend live, but you should have the recordings as a backup so that next month, you need reference, at least you can watch the video again. So if you are selling the recordings as what we call a backup, most people will want to get it. We have such a high take-up rate on this, maybe about 20%. But even though if they don't get it, it is okay because I'm going to tell you later on how you can still do this persuasively and in a way that you are not pitching at all. Zero pitch and people will still come to you and buy. I'll teach you that after this. So continue to remind them, this is how you do it to sell the recordings. Continue to remind them about the recordings during the live classes and in the reminder emails. Again, no sales pitch. You don't have to put a sales letter or those fancy stuff. You don't. So what I do, every week when I go live during the class training, I'll sit down with my Zoom and so on. Before I start the class, I will tell them what you're going to be learning and so on. And then I'll say, by the way, if you haven't get the recordings of this, you can click on this link and get it right now. Because after this is over, you may want to watch it again. Or sometimes, out of these 10 weeks, there could be a week that you cannot make it. It's not unusual for someone to have a clash in their schedule or their timetable that they could not make it on that particular week. And if you miss it, unfortunately, you're going to miss the series. Time out. I want to teach you another hidden selling strategy here. Pay close attention. People need to collect everything. If you break that pattern, they will be forced to buy. You don't get it, right? If the series are 10, they need to collect all. It's human behavior. They got to watch all. So if they cannot collect all, this is called incomplete, right? If they start watching a series, they need to finish all the series in TV. I'm not too sure about you, but I watch series as well. Do you watch 24? Have you heard of 24? Very long time ago, like it's about many years ago. 24, yes, like 12 seasons. Can you imagine how crazy 12 seasons, right? I watch all, right? Because once you start, you need to finish all. So when you are doing the live presentation with them, the class, then you tell them that, hey, there will be time that you could miss. But if you get the recordings right now, before the entire series finish, you'll be guaranteed having access to it later on. And people will buy just for the sake of making sure that they have the full collection. So after you finish the class, you'll be sending out reminder emails for the next class. In each email that you send out, you always have a reminder and say, hey, have you get the recordings yet? Hey, have you get the recordings yet? Hey, have you get the recordings yet? And this is why I share with you, doing 10 topics will be better, will increase the chance for you to sell more of the recordings. If you're only doing 3 topics, it means that you can only email them 3 times. If you're doing 10 topics, it means that you can email to them 10 times. And the more you email to them, the more they see it, the more likely that they buy. There's this rule of 7. This is very old school marketing. They say that a customer buys after the 7th time, right? So if you just do 3 times, it's not enough. So it has to be 7 times. After the classes are over, this is where you create more automation. This is where you systemize the whole thing. After the classes are over, they are added as evergreen live classes and still sell the recordings. Put this into a system and it becomes a clockwork machine to continue generating income for me after that. How? I put all of the videos into an evergreen machine so that there will be new people who comes in to register for free. And once they register for free, whatever previous emails that I've worked hard to write, I've now put them inside the autoresponder system to continue mailing out to them. So what I do is that I take all these videos, I put it on a web page, I use a software to let it run automatically, and then I start running ads. So in my ads, I'm saying, hey, while all these other people are trying to sell you courses and so on, right? You know what? I'm going to give you an entire series of training, not one ebook, not one video. I'm going to give you an entire series of training. And these are what people paid for, right? Because people did pay for. And I'll give it to you for free. That's what my ad says. 10 series of training, which is about 10 hours of training or 8 hours. And in my ad, I will be transparent with them and say that, why am I doing this? Well, the videos, the live classes or evergreen live classes, you need to log in to watch. It's on replay. If you miss it, you cannot watch anymore. But we do sell the recordings. So this is why I'm giving you the replays for free. This is an ad. And we have the options for you to buy the recordings. And we don't have complaints. We don't have all the trolls come in and leave all this negative, oh, another scam and all this kind of stuff. No, because I tell them, hey, training is free. Recordings is not free, right? And we turn that into a money-making machine. That runs for years. 10 classes. Imagine someone attend 10 classes with you, right? For 2.5 months. Every week they see you. Don't you think that you will have better relationship with them? Especially when you're not even selling. I mean, on the class, you're not even selling anything. You're just teaching for free. And they will be bonkers. They'll be confused. Huh? How come there's no selling? Right? It's just free training. The only selling has is, hey, you want to buy the recordings? It's available. That's about it. You don't have to make it hardcore, right? So for those who have been attending, they will be offered to apply for coaching. So when you offer coaching, you segregate your list to have premium clients. Not many people will go for that, but that's okay because you are happily doing the training, and when you turn that into a money-making machine where it becomes evergreen, you're not even working at all. But you're still getting new applicants who wants to join the coaching to comes in for you. And that's how the so-called back-end system actually works. And this is applicable even though if you do e-com business and so on, not just on digital business. Now, what do I mean? So let's say I sell certain e-com products. Let's say I sell wellness products, right? I could do a series of training related about wellness. What you want to do is you want to merge the physical world with the digital world together and use digital content to promote your service or your physical products. So if I do a class about wellness, right, I can still sell the recordings, but at the same time, I can also share with them, hey, if you buy these e-com wellness products, it's going to help you to achieve these wellness results. See that? Now do you see how you can merge these two? So let's say if I sell e-com products, right, on my website, I also provide free series of training. Now that positions me differently than just selling supplements. That means that I'm also a wellness expert. Just think of it this way. If let's say a doctor sell wellness product compared to someone who is not a doctor sell wellness product, who sells better? A doctor. Because the doctor has the authority. If you create content, you create a series of training which is valuable, right? You automatically build up your authority that way. Super powerful.